Tarisland had its controversial beta in November, and now they have finally announced a proper announcement regarding all the feedback and the massive outrage regarding the pay to win. And they have said what they're changing and what they're gonna add coming global launch. So let's jump right into it and check what it's all about. Today's video is sponsored by OneState. OneState is a massive free-to-play mobile RPG game. The map is based on LA, and it's a massive, large map. And in this world, you guys can become whatever you want to be. You can be a police officer, a gangster, or just a normal worker. It's a multiplayer game, so you can play with friends or meet other players in the world. They recently had a big update called Thugging Time, and now you can create your own gang or join a gang and fight against other gangs for becoming the most notorious of all organizations. And in this, there will be events and it will be massive gang wars, so make sure you check out OneState. The link for the game will be in the description below. An RPG game on your mobile device. So we finally got an announcement on their socials, because we were waiting for an announcement because of the massive community outrage regarding the pay to win and stuff. But they finally gave us an update. There was a Chinese update a couple of days ago, and now they've done the English update. So we're actually going to be getting this content that they're talking about in the feedback. And the first main thing is the GenderLock. I know this was a massive thing, and why it put a lot of people off the game was basically not being able to choose whatever gender you want, because we're in 2024 and we want to be able to play whichever character we want to play, male or female, right? So because there was no female tank options, for example. So them putting in time to remove GenderLock is massive, because I know a lot of people were like, yo, we ain't gonna play this game. I'm not into like the whole GenderLock thing. I want to be able to choose whatever we want. So massive things. And they talk a little bit about here too is that it is time consuming, because remember, they have to make sure that each character, male and female, the skills look good, right? When you cast skills, that they're not too clunky. So it's a lot of like a deep dive into the game, which makes me want to talk about the release date, because there was an official release date released by Level Infinite and this website that showed that the game will be coming out Q1 2024. So that means between January to March or April, March or April, yeah. Between January and April, the game would be launching officially. But because of this, because of what they're saying here, they're saying the process is going to be very exciting, but also complex and time consuming. Development team needs time to ensure the animation and art style characters meet our high requirement. So that basically means that they're gonna probably take a long time in actually fixing this. So we might see a release of the game maybe in Q2 because of the changes. But this is all unofficial stuff, so we don't know until we get like an official announcement. So GenderLock thing, awesome. Now, the next up is armor sets drop realted. So they received a lot of feedback regarding the equipment. Players obtain equipment mainly through dungeons and raids and crafting. There'll be few adjustments of the armor set drop rules. In the future versions, class armor sets can only be obtained through raids, and armor sets cannot be crafted. The adjustment will ensure the superiority and irreplaceability of drops in raids. So this is what I said in my suggestion video. If you guys watched my suggestion video, I talked about this. I said the best gear at all times needs to be dropped in raids, not be able to craft. So it seems like they listened to that. That way you cannot just buy the best gear. You actually have to grind it inside raids, inside dungeons, right? So this is really good stuff. It seems like they took the feedback from my video and probably others to make these changes. This is massive overall for the pay to win. We're gonna talk about the pay to win soon, don't worry. But this is big for pay to win, because that was one of the main things, was you be able to just purchase with real money armor sets that you want. So them changing that is massive. And then there's the InscribedStones system. Now the InscribedStone system I also talked about in my suggestion video. So now they're going to remove the trading of InscribedStone energy in future versions, which means that you cannot just buy InscribedStone energy from the market anymore, which was massive, because as you guys saw, some people had 20,000 energy, while somebody had 120,000 because they bought a lot of like gold, and they were able to just buy all of the InscribedStone energy. And the InscribedStone energy was massive. It gives crazy stats. So it says they new flaw in design, a system undermine the gaming experience. So it's supposed to be unlocked progressively as the player advances in the game. So it's supposed to be like a progressive, like I was talking about. It's like I was saying in my video, it's like they should limit the amount of inscribed energy you can unlock, right, over time. So them changing like this is really good overall, again, for the pay to win. Now, obtaining the gold coins. So we've noticed the latest playtime it may be too difficult for players to obtain gold coins, because this is true. The only way to make gold in that game is either one, you make gold by real money, you purchase the benefit card and sell it, or two, which was achievements, which is very minimal gold. So there's no other ways to get gold in the game. So now they say they're gonna introduce a new way to get gold so you can spend in the auction house, which is good. So there needs to be other ways to be able to get gold except real money, right? Because it doesn't make sense. Why do you even have the gold currency if it's going to be controlled by whales and players that can purchase? So this is really nice. Now, guys, very important. Here it says, furthermore, adjustments to commercialized content are still under discussion, and we will need more time to finalize the details and bring you the best gaming experience possible. Now, this is big because this can mean many things. And when they mean commercialized content, they're talking about like stuff like the benefit card, they're talking about like the elf messenger bag, the battle pass, basically the pay to win, right? They're saying it's still under discussion. So they're not saying they're completely removing the benefit card, they're not saying they're changing anything, they're not saying if they're adding new ways to pay to win, right? Because now what we need to remember is they don't have the non-pay to win label anymore, right? And we have been lied to once before already. Now they're making good changes, positive changes towards the game, which is great. However, I can't give them like open reign and just expect them to do everything perfectly, right? Because they haven't announced anything about the benefit card not being able to buy gold. Now, still, like, even though they did all these changes, like being able to get gear only to rating, inscribed stone energy, all the stuff, it doesn't change that the auction house, the gems and stuff that you can get in the auction house, and if they add more content in the future, can be bought by real money, right? So we don't know, we don't have the answer for that. Now, is the game way less pay to win than it was in the beta with these changes? For sure, but will there still be a little pay to win here and there? Right now it seems so, if because there's still other stuff that will give you stats, but by doing these changes they have reduced it by a lot. But guys, remember, we have not seen all the content because they've been talking about, we haven't seen the maps, we haven't seen the more, if they're adding like new systems to the game that can be pay to win, we don't know yet. And them not making like a full announcement, just like saying, yo, the benefit card is done for, means that there might be a chance that you will still be able to buy gold, but the gold will be not as useful as it once was, right? Also, they're talking a little bit about the difficulty level of PvE content, challenge attempts, a 5-player dungeon schedule, raid, social team up, further optimization of class. Now, this is great. This is also what I mentioned in my video. So I was talking about difficulty of the PvE content. It needs to be higher. I really hope that's what they mean. I hope they're not mean like they're gonna nerf it. The challenge attempt of 5-player dungeons, that you'll be able to run it more and more, which is good. Schedule of raids, I think the raids should open at evening times during server, not like early, so people that have work and stuff can actually compete in clearing the raids. So hopefully they change that, because that's what we talked about too. Social and TPUP systems, further optimization of class build, which is great. Adjustment of profession, which is good because we talked a little about the professions too. And an introduction of more PvP related features, PvP talents and PvP equipment, which is awesome too. So an own PvP system, PvP equipment, PvP talents. And guys, please, 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 guild versus guild content, okay? If you want guild versus guild content, I really hope for that. And it says here, it may take months to complete the adjustment mentioned above. Meanwhile, we're gonna keep progress, updating updates. We'd like to thank you again for patience and support. Months, it says. It's gonna take months. Basically, like I said earlier, even though the launch was supposed to be for Q1, right now, if they're going to do all these changes, if they're going to find a new way to introduce gold into the system and find like a healthy economy through that, this game is not going to be releasing in Q1 anymore. And I'm happy with it. Like, Tarisland, take your time, okay? I don't mind. Take your time. Make these changes, listen to the community. That's the one thing that I said about the beta. It is a good thing that they messed up during the beta and we gave the feedback, because if they launched the game like it was, it will not succeed. Now you have time to make changes. You listen, you show me that you're listening. Like most of the stuff I talked about in my suggestion video, they have addressed in this post, which is awesome. Listen to the community, talk to the community, and this game can be successful. It has a chance. It looks like you guys listen and be a little better with the announcement, because I wish they just made this announcement like right after the beta and not wait like 3 weeks before making an announcement, right? And the same thing was in like the Chinese announcement. I watched through the Chinese announcement too, and they talked about very similar stuff, right? They're talking about improvement to like GoldCoin producing gameplay, right? Restriction equipment manufacturing and stuff like that. So they're definitely moving in the right direction. But what I'm scared of is like, these are great changes, but what are they gonna add extra, right? What is gonna be the commercialized content they keep talking about? Like what are they gonna add instead? How are they gonna make money? What's gonna be the monetization system? I wish we got answers to that in the first place in this article, because they might add a new system. They might bring back the artifact system, right? And be like, yo, now with artifact, which you can buy through a trading house, we don't know yet. So overall, I have to say, really good news from Tarisland. Overall, I really hope we get more information, but this is great. It seems like they're listening, and I'm still going to be checking out Tarisland. But again, I still remember that they didn't promise what they said, so I'm going to take everything with a grain of salt, of course, and keep you guys updated on this stuff. Let me know what you guys think about this Tarisland news. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. Check out this video right here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.